Hello everyone, it is Joe here from Omnipoke, the channel that brings you guys everything Pokemon. If you're looking for PTCGO codes, including the stuff from Evolving Skies, make sure you go ahead and check out the Potown store. You can get a 5% discount on your order using that code Omnipoke. For today's video, we are going to be looking at Mewtwo V Union, the new mechanic in the TCG. These three promos that we received, the Mewtwo, the Zacian, and the Greninja, all have a very awkward how to play rule where you have to get all four of your one-of pieces into the bin and then they instantly morph into one onto your bench, and then you can finally get them out into play. So a very convoluted approach here. We're hoping to try and use Underworld Door to draw us a ton of cards, as well as Galarian Articuno, Quick Ball, and Research to discard these, and then we can get them into play. The upside of the Mewtwo is that we do access a couple really interesting and powerful attacks. First of all, we're a 310 hit point Pokemon as a basic, so it's basically like a VMAX, and you can heal 200 for 3 attachments, not a huge deal. Also, you have that Union gain. The same for all the V Unions, they have this attack. You can attach up to 2 Psychic from your discard pile to this Pokemon. But the big selling points are these ones. The Psy-Splosion allows you to place 16 counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way that you like. Actually really solid with the amount of like one prize engine type Pokemon around. This can be very awkward for Drizzles and Sobbles and that sort of thing, which is really good, as well as just setting up damage onto things like VMAXs. So yeah, also very solid. And we have the final burn attack, which is 4 for 300. Very good for Jolteon in the game right now. So that's a reasonable option. And because this is a V Union, this allows us to get through things like Toughness Caped Zamazentas, which is actually a big problem for Shadow Rider. So the Mewtwo does have some internal synergy with the deck, and gives us a bit more of a, well, less of a one-dimensional option with the Shadow Rider just trying to ramp energies and swing for a huge amount of damage. But really, to get these high energy attack costs into play, you still need all of your Calyrex around, really, to get it going in one turn. We do have the Photon Barrier, prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon dumped this Pokemon, which is a pretty nice little upside here. But yeah, we're trying to ramp towards this big one-hit KO option. It's a way around Zamazenta. It's a way to sprinkle and target other Pokemon around the board, so you're less just sort of one-trick ponying the face with Max guys. So that's kind of cool. The one thing I will say is that we are committing a lot of spaces here. The 4 individual pieces of the V Union, the Articuno, and we're playing Great Balls in here, just so that we have extra reach towards these V Union pieces, because these aren't searchable as basic Pokemon or anything like that, or evolution Pokemon. So the Great Ball just allows you to grab these pieces as we go, and hopefully it means we can pitch them with Reconstitute. Really, to make this more of a like usual straightforward Shadow Rider, you just cut these 5 Pokemon here. You'd cut the Great Balls. You'd probably go all the way up to 3 or 4 Incense. Then you'd play Alcremie, Cresselia, Galarian Articuno, the non-V, just the one prizer to get more energies into play. And then you'd look to add in things like extra energies, Ornery Rod, Marnie, those sorts of cards. But who wants to see a traditional Shadow Rider when we can be having fun with the Mewtwo, trying to get it into play and then win the game from there, basically. These V Unions aren't strong enough that, like, even once you make them, you don't have, like, that huge advantage. They're just, like, they're kind of good cards, but they're not, like, insane. So, yeah, I feel like they won't be super meta-based cards. There are upsides here and there, obviously, and Shadow Rider actually does really struggle with the Zacian Zama matchup, so at least one matchup gets improved by the Mewtwo, if not much else. But it's all about the style points, right? That's what we're here for today, as we're actually going to be facing a Duraludon Bronzong. Okay, well, we don't play any special energy, so that's good news. And our hand is also very strong. I think we'll start with the Great Ball. We can grab Articuno, that's not too shabby. I think I'm just going to go one Shadow Rider. Let's see. We have prized one of our Mewtwo pieces, which is sad. I would like it to be an answer to Zamazenta. But we'll have to deal with that on another turn. I don't mind going for the Marnie too much. I have a really nice hand to, like, lead with next turn, though. I can evolve, play the court, Marnie. Gives us a guaranteed at least couple cards from Underworld Door. So I think I'll just pass here and see what the opponent's playing with. I imagine if they had like a Quick Ball or something, they would have gone for a Zacian pretty early, but Now it looks like they have got access to Bronzong, which is pretty good. Will they be able to discard any metals here? Ooh, double incense. So sometimes evolving into this guy is just straight up a win against some matchups. That skyscraper ability is awkward. But right now they're just forced to Marnie us, which it's fine. And we actually get into a much stronger hand, which is good. They are playing Aurora. They do discard the metal, but they didn't have the Saucer to go alongside it. I can turn attach now, and then... I can't play the switch. Okay, we'll just turn attach and research. We already have one in the discard pile for Training Court. We do hit Air Balloon. We have Incense and Great Ball, so we'll fire off the Great Ball first, because it gives us higher odds of getting double VMAX here, which we are going to be hitting. Don't want to draw any more VMAXs just yet, so we'll do this. We'll take our 2 cards. Let's Underworld. I was thinking of Underworld Dooring to myself. That's why I did that action first. But the more I think about it, the more I want it spread across these. It does allow a Gust Pulverization play to be better for him. So I might spread onto 4 Calyrex, actually. I've already turned attached, so I'm completely wrong. But we'll put an extra one down. Don't think it's necessarily wrong anyways. So we're hitting the 130 this turn. That sets up decent numbers for next turn. Don't think I need to play the Crobat to make any more of a push. Put some on the 200. We're at 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 210. Yeah, it's not difficult even if he does Gust. Even more Evo Incense coming in. More Duraludon. Maybe just pre-supporter here. Yeah, they're just going to Marnie. And just the Pulverize. I think I want to get the Crobat in while I can. I mostly want to work towards switch out here. That's obviously very good. We haven't enabled the Training Court just yet. But I think I'm going to grow the hand probably a big research. Yeah, they just concede. I mean, that just shows that the shell of Shadow Rider is still obviously very good. And Duraludon's a counter deck right now to the format, and we're simply not playing special energies, so the only element of where Mewtwo would have been helpful there was if they did develop a Zamazenta, and because they're Bronzong, they're fairly likely to play that sort of stuff. But yeah, as you can see, things were going to go well for us there. We were drawing a lot of cards, starting to assemble some Mewtwo pieces. It is like, it's one of those things, it's kind of like a checkpoint for you rather than like the main strategy. You should still be focusing on just getting your main setup in general, and then if the V Union comes off, it's going to be great for you. You shouldn't ever really factor it into like your win condition unless you know you're close. So yeah. We are going to reveal our secret to him with a mulligan. And then we get a really nice going second hand, actually. Already, a piece of Mewtwo can be binned by the research. We have a couple options to get more Shadow Riders out. Looks like we're up against Ice Rider. Developing a path turn 1 is quite annoying. And like I say, as much as you would like to grab the Mewtwo piece there just to discard it, I think we're still going plan A. I do have Pumpkaboo if I really wanted to discard here. I have all 4 training courts though. So I think we'll just Balloon attach to the bench. Rip the research. The biggest benefit of Great Balling into like a Pumpkaboo here would just be I could retreat into it. He goes VMAX KO. We go Evolve, Evolve. I guess I could Great Ball to try and hit the last Shadow Rider as well. That wouldn't be necessarily bad. Playing down Articuno and Air Ballooning it also is pretty okay. I could just go into the Articuno knowing I have the other Air Balloon in hand. Protect our Shadow Rider. Let's just pass. Let's see just how scary their hand is. They obviously don't have Drizzle to fall back on, so it's just kind of what they naturally have in hand. And all that is right now is Energy Marnie. Although we had a lot of access to Shadow Rider, we didn't actually have Stadium Bounce, so the Shadow Riders weren't a huge deal. Now I'm a lot more confident with this hand, and they're just going to max Lance for the prizes. So I think we're going to go Fog Crystal for Pumpkaboo, Quick Ball for the Crobat, and get revving up in a big way. Well, with Crobat found, I may as well just do this. Let's draw our cards. Okay, we are rocking now. I want to draw... I don't actually want to draw more Psychics, because I already have Court and this. I just want to draw more VMAXs. And I want to reset the deck, because we were Marnied, right? So, oh, I've already reset the deck with Pumpkaboo, so never mind that. But Boss is actually way better than the Research this turn. Well, now it's a closer call. Hitting... Man, I think I still prefer the Boss play, though. It is super upsetting to see this probably... I mean, if he Marnies, that's still a good outcome for me, because he's not attacking, right? So I don't have to care about Marnie. He's incentivized to Melanie, like, quite a lot. So I'm pretty sure I'm holding this hand. Unless he's got a bad turn anyway. Yep, does have the Melanie. So he's probably going to Rider the High King this turn. Yep, we can get a nice research in. And hopefully lots of Shadow Riders come out of it. And switch outs would be nice. Again, I want to draw more VMAX, so I'll just pull this out. Let's open some doors. Let's open some more doors. Where's my switch out? There it is. I have no basics in the deck, but I could quick ball the Mewtwo away just to get rid of it. I probably will do that, because the Marnie wouldn't be too ridiculous. So let's force the boss. And let's swing. He basically needs to chain boss's orders now, right? To beat me in 2 turns. Whilst also attaching to it, well, also building his next Ice Rider or like Suicune or something. Can discard that water for free with the Training Courts. So he actually has done really, really well. He's got the Ice Rider, he's got the attachment. He's now double drizzling up so that he's like an incense away from win with a Shady Deal. Has the boss already in hand. That is disgusting, to be fair. Doesn't even need to... Don't really know why he got Bucket there. He must already have everything he needs. Or he's anticipating a Marnie. It's like one of those two things, right? Well, I would like to get the Mewtwo into play because it's going to be fun. And let's draw like our entire deck. Oh, that's super unlucky. Oh man, we had like 2 energy and the Marnie in the bottom 5, so I actually can't Marnie him, and I can't even use the Mewtwo for fun. Sag. Alright. We're pretending that the bucket was bait all along, and he definitely doesn't have the goods to just win next turn. But we know that he totally does. That was some pretty low odds draws at the bottom of the deck there, though. He hasn't announced well played yet, but I'm pretty sure this is the announcing of it, this right here. Yep. Alrighty. I mean, what really could have gone better for us that game? I don't think there's too much I could have done differently. I mean, outside of just like Amani and Prey was basically our only game plan from that point on. Their hand was just like good, you know. They were. I could have played around Rider the High King better, I guess. The turn I went Pumpkin plus Crobat for the big push, but it's what got me into the Shadow Riders in the first place, right? So playing into the 160, I guess, was the worst thing. Because if I force him to Max Lance one of those times, he opens himself up to boss to being a big problem. So I guess just not playing, or playing into his Rider the High King was the biggest error. And we did get the Mewtwo into play, at least. We didn't attack with it, but boy, did we get it into play. But by the way he did Shady Dealings the previous turn for Bucket for energy, basically tells us that he already had it in hand and he was just bucketing to play around Marnie, right? That's all he was doing. To give him higher likelihood of still having, like, Incense in deck. Alright, we're staring down some Sobbles. We have a decent opener. We can at least rip a research and get one piece in the bin. Echoing Horn. Spicy, spicy. The turn one, Jam the Path. It's a classic play. We do have all of the pieces of Mewtwo. We do have the Pumpkaboo as well. We have 3 stadiums. Not too shabby. Maybe an argument for me to Shadow Mist here to deny Speed Lightning. But for now, we'll chill. Maybe I definitely should have denied Speed Lightning, actually. It makes me have more the other side of the research, but... denying Speed was probably worth there. It also would have enabled me to play the Training Court, knowing that it couldn't be bounced. To play around Marnie better. Yeah, that Shadow Mist was definitely the right move there. Big mistake. I can see the Elemental badge. See the Incense. You have to imagine this is going to be either a Marnie or a research. Okay, it's going to be net to get the Jolteon active before the supporter. Man, the more I'm thinking about it, the more sad I am I didn't Shadow Mist. Because I could have even reconstituted a Mewtwo piece and energy in the bin for free. Such a small thing, but such a big miss now. Well, we can Pumpkaboo and we can Crobat out of this mess. He is going to get the full value, though. Has the Zigzagoon. Very good. Thunder Rumble. So I think am I going to discard a Psychic for the Crobat? Sure. Discard one, attach one. Or do I just want to maximize the draw of Psychic Energy? Oh yeah, I'll just grab this. Let's discard this. Let's play this. Draw some cards. I was thinking if I wanted to increase the outs of getting more VMAXs, but I want to hit Mewtwo here. Nice. Do I want an extra card pre-research? No, we'll go post-research for the card, I think. All right, let's start doing the doors. Well, we can hit for an amount. Obviously pretty scared of Cheryl, but the hand size is so low that I don't know how easy an opportunity they have for the Cheryl. Armani may be more likely here. We'll see. They actually have the big deal. So it could be E-Search Cheryl for the free turn. That would make me quite upset. Marnie Quick Ball, so they're going a different route. They're just going to make the next Jolteon, I guess. They don't have to overthink it here. They have their prizes mapped pretty easily. The only thing I can really do is retreat out of these two chaps, right? Actually goes Zigzagoon, I think it was. Which is kind of surprising. They're not going for the next Jolt. Super interesting. Can be attached to Sobble and Thunder Rumble, and no Drizzles being evolved either. We'll just attach Marnie. No Counter Stadium is so sad. We have all four in the deck. Oh, you hate to see it. Things you hate to see. Hitting a Jolteon for 290. Sure is one of them. Did anyone order a Cheryl? Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Obviously. So I'm gonna try and boss stall, but it's definitely gonna be in vain. We lose to an Inteleon. We lose to an Energy. That's a lot to lose to. That was just a very, very sad whiff of Stadium. Yep, that'll do it. Well, we got to attack with Mewtwo when we knew we'd lost. The 16 counters are pretty busted. If you do want to improve your Jolteon matchup, let me tell you, Suspicious Food Tin is Pog against them. I had it in my my Necrozma V list that's on the channel. Okay, not a bad opener. We have nothing to follow up. We have no supporter, but we have lots of shadows. Up against a Suicune. Not an easy matchup at all, especially if they're playing Ludicolo. Oh, baby. They're playing... Tell me they're playing Greninja V Union. Tell me they're playing Greninja V Union, please. Okay, our start's insane now. I probably will be going wide on the board, which is not good when Suicune's in business, but from the looks of things, they're going to be not playing Intel Ping stuff. So we are going wide here on the board. I'll consider the Shadow Mist. So now we could go very wide on board and put some Mewtwo's into play. Or get a Mewtwo into play. Well, into the discard before the Marnie. You know, we're here for the video, right? That hand is gas for next turn. Let's chill. Never boss. Okay, Pog. Yeah, they're Greninja. They're Greninja, alright. So the Frostmoth was something I wasn't playing in my list, but it does allow you to get that Twisted Shuriken off all in a turn. Not too sure about the incenses. I just play 4 and 4, but who knows? Maybe they have space for all sorts. Alright, Suicune coming in, taking a big swing. We have a monster of a turn ahead of us. Probably. Brackets, probably. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Great Ball is not Evo Incense. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, why? Come on, game. You really gotta do me like that. I even researched instead of Marnieing when they had like a 10-card hand. I did everything you asked. So sad. Oh no. That's busted. Okay. What a scam. What a freaking scam. Let's actually attacking. No way. Not real. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me attacking. Not possible. You hate to see it. We're losing the battle of the V Unions. He just needs boss to beat me. Didn't even push for boss. I guess he wins in a million ways, but... Geez, so he's playing 4-4-4. That is bust. Rondo. I'm gonna Underworld Door once here. Reconts. We'll grab the energy, then reconts. Oh, I prized a piece of Mewtwo anyway, so it's not even part of my... It's not even part of my plan then. We are just delaying the inevitable, don't worry about it. Gonna hold these for if we pull the Mewtwo. You'll love to see it. Alright, he should be deep enough into the deck to actually body us here. Oh, he can do the animation too. Oh, beat me with the Greninja. That would be Pog. We'd applaud it. We'd applaud it. This is a V Union video after all. Oh my... Yes. Yes. Applaud him. Applaud him now. Oh my... You love to see that. That is... Now that is gaming. You love to see it. You'd think I'd be salty, but you do just have to respect it. Bong. Busted. Alright, we'll get one more game in. That was really sad that the research just gave us nothing. The double Great Ball whiff. The 14 card dig to hit your Shadow Rider VMAXs to pop off. Gave us nothing. But at least someone else is trying Suicune Cincino. The Moth does allow that Greninja to come into play and actually be more instant impact as well. I was trying like Rotom Phones, but I think he's just gone Frost, like probably 2-2 Moth and just more Ball Search for Cincino, which is completely reasonable as well. Rotom Phone does, in theory, allow you to combo the Greninja faster, but why? Why not just wait? But the telescopic, that is the juice. Hello. It's a dicey opener. The Great Ball would love to hit a Calyrex here. Single strike, plus no. 1-2, we'll have draw 2. I'll draw 2. Now that is value. I'll give it to Great Ball first, because I do kind of want these, but... they sometimes play Tool Jammer. Do I ever retreat this? No. Let's not be insane. Here's hoping we can take the easy 2-prize KO next turn on this whilst Marnieing, and it's hard for him to build Umbreon and Houndowers. There's the Umbreon cap. Okay, Crobat coming in. It's a busted start. It's a really busted start. You just don't beat starts like those in this matchup, for sure. And Mewtwo is still weak to Dark, by the way. We've once again prized the piece, obviously. Oh, the synergy. Obviously, we're whiffing VMAXs again. I don't back myself to deal damage. I'll spread the energies around. We'll just Shadow Mist here. You can't go guns blazing with a VMAX, you just die. Obviously, he can gust it up, but you make him have the 3rd evolution. We try and make him have the switch out. We try and make it awkward. We deny the draw from the stadium as well. Hopefully, it cripples him a little bit. Chooses to Marnie over Research. Interesting. What do you need to protect that badly? Other than Urn, I guess. Has to just be Urn that he's protecting, right? Marnied into absolute junk. We have Top Deck and we have Reconstitute to try and save us. Yep, spread the attachments makes perfect sense. We're denying manual attachment with the Shadow Mist. Scrappers us, that's actually really annoying. Okay. Okay, the hand is a lot more pog now. Really need to find boss, though. One last draw for glory. It's not so pog. One boss in deck. I guess. I guess it was never going to come off too well. I think I'm switching into Crobat. It forces an extra switch out from him. It forces VMAX as well. So I can dig deeper for the boss next turn. So I think I do this. I'm probably attaching... I think I will play the Marnie, actually. Yeah, let's play the Marnie. Because maybe he only plays the Air Balloon because he already has Switch out in hand. You know? Alright, we see the capture active. Now research. Okay, I'm terrified now. Uh-oh. That means he's taking 3 prizes. Oh, he's tossing an Umbreon. Excess Umbreon. Already had the Houndoom, otherwise he always searches that instead. Already has the VMAX. Okay. Damn, son. Oh, chooses not to VMAX for the free prize KO, though. So I'm alive? Very strange that he doesn't take the 3 prize KO there. Would have been nice to disrupt his hand. How many energies do I have left? 3, 6, 9, 10. Thinking if I can ever get enough to actually use Mewtwo, because I can see myself using like a panic boss play and trying to sprinkle some counters around. I think we've got to save that for next turn. Could reconstitute just the Quick Ball and the Incense just to draw a card. I mean, we're pretty much always dying here, but, you know. Maybe it's difficult resource-wise for him now. You know. Maybe he struggles to find, like, the last urn or something. We see Houndour, we see Towering Away Houndour. more Houndooms coming out. Getting pitched. Crobatting for some cards. Now we'll see the raw. You can raw to the max as well. Yeah, Ornery Rod sounds like a plan. Guess I'll do some doors. We're gonna miss this Marnie, right? Oh, I can't. Yeah, I have missed Marnie. Have I? Yeah, I've missed the Marnie. Oh no, I draw the Marnie with the Reconstitute. Do I have enough cards to play it though? I do, right? I take this. And we Marnie Prey. We've done all there is to do. So a few things. Okay, just gonna rip the research. So he needs to draw Urn and Umbreon, or draw Urn and Energy to one blow. Looks like he's there. That's always gonna be a hard matchup, right? No matter what. The Mewtwo allows you to do some weird cutesy stuff with like trapping, because the deck plays very few switch outs. It normally plays like 1 switch 2 Air Balloon, or like 2 switch 1 Air Balloon, those sorts of splits. So the Mewtwo could allow you to like boss Sprinkle, make them waste their single roars into the active to like pay retreat or to attack with the one prizer. That's the only nuance the Mewtwo provides, but it's really not much. So yeah, that was our games with Shadow Rider. Didn't do too well for us today at all, really. We attacked with Mewtwo like in a panic situation where we know we're losing. And I think that's, again, like I said with the Suicune Cincino list, that's kind of the moral of the story. Like, let's just look at the spaces we could turn these into, right? If you cut this card, you cut these 4. Like, where's the fun in that? But the upside is that you get to build like a more normal deck. And I would play, personally, my spice would be a Susfutin as a tech card for the amount of spread in the game right now. But then you get to play Cress, you get to play Alk. You get to play Articuno. And then I would play Rod, probably, as my last card. and then you're just like, you're just at a good list at that point. Right? Or arguably you could do this. I don't think Alcremie needs to be thicker than a 1/1 right now in the format, because there isn't much like Mirror or anything. And Mirror is one of the decks that you need to be like very tempo based. But you could do that. If you're greedy with the Crest, you could do this as well. Those would be the cards I'd play to just have a regular Shadow Rider. But it's not doing well in the format right now, partly down to the single strike matchup that we just saw ensue. And partly because it's like not great into a lot of these other like Marnie Path decks. Even with the Pumpkaboo, they're spread decks, so they take advantage of the little hit points that he has. Maybe Scoop Up Net's an option in that regard. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Mewtwo was Mimi fun. We got him into leg a couple of times. Once again, we prized it in a few games. So these V Unions, man, they are tricky, that's for sure. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in another video tomorrow. Cheers.